Something like that.
No, she's 30, right?
You asked if Taylor Swift was there.
Well, yeah.
If Taylor, yeah.
I care about Jameis and I care about T Swift.
She made that game like big when she showed up at the first game with Travis Kelce. They said like whatever she had on, they were trying to find it on Amazon. Like the stock went up.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
I think they showed her more than the actual game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
If y'all could go to a football game with a celebrity, who would you go with, Sam?
Okay, let me think. Can I think about that? Celebrity.
What, Jeremy, you thinking about it too?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That is a good
I would
question.
want somebody that's got me in one of those nice ass suites, you know. So,
Chase, who you taking?
I mean, I know I'm a Steelers fan, but look, I'd rather go with like the other Kelsey brother,
Oh, he looks fun.
Jason.
Yeah, he looks fun.
Yeah, it looks like a good time with him for sure.
Jeremy.
I'd want to go with like Snoop or like Seth Rogen, probably, just so we can be in the suite smoking the whole
I think
time.
that sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
I like.
He took yours, Sam? Sam he took
Non-football
like,
player,
what?
Snoop Dogg for sure. That yeah.
I would say athlete, like
or
in the
anyone,
realm.
yeah.
What is it? Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch.
He makes me laugh.
Oh yeah, he's hilarious.
So hard.
He's one of my favorite like
I'm just here so I don't
personalities.
get fined.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just here, so that's what he was saying. That was his, and then he just made more as a
I'm thankful.
every quote. Yeah.
He's
I
funny.
feel the day.
Or like Charles Barkley, like one of those guys.
Oh, inside NBA.
I enjoy listening to like sports with.
I would go just for the experience and see what he's like as a person. I would go to an event with Kanye West just to see how he would be as a person.
Cricket.
Because
You'd probably go with somebody else, but we're not going to say who.
no, I would go with Kanye because I've heard like when he goes to these events, like the whole
As
atmosphere.
more of like a social study.
Yeah, as an experience, not like to build a connection with the Kanye West. I don't know why I got quiet like that. Like,
It got real quiet.
yeah, y'all just played me on my choice. I would go for the experience.
I just feel like he would kill the mood of a football game. I don't know. Knowing Kanye, he would.
That's why I would go, because I'm going to be like, how is he as a person?
Right.
Because, you know, a lot of people say they miss the old Kanye, but I know this is a new Kanye. So I would go just to be like, yo, what is he really like in person? Because they showed this, I seen this video last night where he was at an all-star game,
Yeah.
and he smiled, and then he went right back to a frown, like, immediately. And I was like, that's interesting.
Has he made any music lately?
He dropped the Vultures album. It's actually nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I just want to hear more from him.
You want to hear more?
Yeah, yeah.
Like music-wise,
Yeah.
or just he did that whole album he did was basically with Ty Dolla $ign.
Uh-huh.
So I think the music he's kind of making is just music for us. It's not
Right.
like the old Kanye
Yeah.
that a lot of us remember. Speaking of music, what are your thoughts on like Drake and Kendrick Lamar? I've been asking all my music friends.
No, I truly believe. I think it was Mos Def. He said Drake isn't really even hip hop music; it's pop music.
Mm-hmm.
So separating that first, Drake makes good pop music. I like dancing to some of those older songs, but when he started leaning into an area, I mean, Kendrick is a genius. It's just I don't think it was well played, and I want Kendrick to just keep going and going and going and going.
Man, like I asked that because I read the craziest stats about Not Like Us.
Yeah.
As far as like just how much it made, like how big it was. So check this out. It says Lamar had the second biggest hit in the feud like that with Future and Metro Boomin, which kickstarted the beef and generated $4.6 million. It said Not Like Us generated $7.6 million in streaming sales. Total $15.4 million.
And according to Drake, all those were bought for.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused about the lawsuit. Like, why?
I think it just quiet down and like
Take your loss.
Yeah. I mean, who is in his corner saying to keep going?
This all sounds like this is what Drake wants to do. I mean, but if there is a machine, because we know in music,
Yeah.
you know, especially with people not buying music directly, like
Right.
buying actual CDs, it takes a lot to get like an actual stream with streams to equate
Right.
to one album sale.
Yes.
So there are farms out there where people or labels will pay someone to get a bunch of cell phones and just let Spotify play their albums. So if the machine's being used, as we know it's being used for Drake, why is he mad that if the machine was being used for Kendrick to help push a song, what are you mad about that for?
I don't think, I mean, to that, yeah, those machines are behind there pushing those numbers. But when you're talking about superstars like Drake and you're talking about a genius superstar like Kendrick, you don't even need that type of data.
Exactly, because I'm looking at impact. When I think of like music in general, like numbers and all that are cool, but I'm thinking about impact. When Fat Joe, who made Lean Back, a known hit song, was like, you're going to hear this song forever. Mm-hmm. And Fat Joe has had hit records, Make It Rain, Lean Back. Someone who's had hits that we remember is saying, not like us, you're going to hear this for the next life. He said 40 years.
I'm just fine with that.
But also, it's like, we're not mad at Drake. We're just like, all right, bro, just take the loss and keep it moving and give us another album.
Yeah.
Because we like his music.
Let's dance again, Drake.
Yeah, man. You know, I like when Drake does his reggae.
Just take the loss.
Yeah,
that's
take the
it.
loss.
I mean, it's Drake. It's really not much of a loss because, like, even though Kendrick won, he's not losing money from it. He's not losing streams.
What were you saying? Oh, okay. What were you saying, Jeremy?
Oh, I was just saying it's not really much of a loss to Drake, really. I mean, in the sense of a beef, yeah, but like he's not losing money, he's not losing streams, he's not losing anything from it, really. He's still making thousands, millions of dollars.
Hey, incoming, y'all. Dakota is clearly a Drake fan. I'm just playing. Dakota said Drake takes home 3 awards at the 2024 Billboard Music Awards: top rap, top male rap artist, top rap album. Drake takes home, but that makes Drake that's great.
That's Billboard.
But we're talking about cultural impact.
It is Billboard.
Not like us is being used in commercials.
Yeah.
Not like us is being used campaigns. You know what I'm saying? Drake is dope. Like, I'm not surprised Drake is earning these awards.
He makes really good modern music.
Mm-hmm.
It gets you dancing. Listening to Drake's lyrics and then, pulling apart Kendrick at a scholarly level is what happened. Like, you're in a completely different output field. Like, they're doing 2 different things.
I think with music in general, with the internet especially, like, people will tell you that something's good or not based off opinions. I just love to experience it myself, because then when you like share an opinion or a thought about anything, not just Drake or anything, you say one thing and someone's going to be like, no.
It's so subjective.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so that's why I just like conversations like this, because when you're on the internet, you're like, this person, you can just tell a person doesn't know what they're really talking about or understand.
Do you guys deep dive into comments though?
I do all the time.
Sometimes.
See,
One thing we never talked about was For All the Dogs or whatever, like that Drake album.
Yeah.
Nobody talked about like how they felt about that. Honestly, me personally, I haven't really listened to like the last however many Drake albums, but I did like that one.
Yeah.
I feel like he was really rapping on that one. And then all of a sudden then this beef came out and then it was like, oh, I can't listen to that because of this.
You felt like you had to back off.
But like, if like you actually go back and listen to that album, I feel like he really tried on that one, and it just got swept under because of all this like shit.
Yeah. Well, Drake's gonna have his fans. Kendrick is gonna have their.
I can't speak for like the last couple albums before that.
But do you remember when like we all loved Ja Rule and then 50 Cent just came out of nowhere and just destroyed Ja Rule? Because we all Ja Rule had
and
hits.
people will still sing that song or those couple songs for sure till the end.
Forever.
Yeah. No, you're right. That is a good comparison.
But yeah, for sure.
I want to see some other genres.
Yes.
Just to see what it would be like.
Yeah.
Like, who would Teddy Swims beef with? Like Jelly Roll or something? That'd be crazy. I would not want to see that.
Jelly Roll ain't gonna beef with nobody.
No.
He had beef with MGK years ago.
Did he?
And then he got him
Yeah.
a purple or a pink trash can.
Pink trash can. Yeah, they
I'm
made
not
Lonely
qualified
Road.
to talk
That was
about
fire.
this.
About beef.
About Jelly Roll or MGK.
but we can talk records though.
Jelly Roll
Yeah.
just wants to thank everybody.
That's it. He just wants to show love.
Aw. Hey, he's on the new Snoop album.
Yes. Mhm.
With that
Yeah.
Sting.
Are you gonna have that on vinyl?
We'll see. It's so expensive.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah, it's very expensive for me to carry huge artists, even if there is an indie exclusive. And it's frustrating during the holiday season because people want to support local, they want to support small, but when you can go to Target and there's 200 copies,
Yeah.
like it's hard for me. So I will get the album in.
Because I was wondering, like, with it being Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg doing an album together,
Yeah.
and then the cover and it just being that legacy. I was
Yeah.
wondering if certain record shops would have it, or how rare it would be to have that.
I think it'll be very easy accessible.
Yeah.
I think it'll be expensive for smaller shops to have it. I hope to get a couple copies in because that's the type of album, whether or not we think it's awesome or not, people that have a whole catalog of Dre or Snoop are going to want that album in their catalog. End of story. Because of Chronic, because of Doggy
the
Style.
history,
It's
yeah.
Yeah.
So no matter what, that's why people need, I mean, it's not albums are back, but I mean, they know that they're going to make money doing that because people, whether or not the album's a hit or not, they're going to buy it to, finish that catalog.
I feel like history always repeats itself because I was reading somewhere that like the younger generation of kids, like they've been doing like almost billions of dollars in thrifting, and then I hear about like vinyl and records, like
Sustainability.
sustainability.
Yeah.
Like people who aren't even into vinyl, they're getting into it because it looks nice, or I would love to play a record.
It's
Yep.
definitely coming back.
Yeah.
Especially in like our generation.
Yeah. I mean,
Mid-20s.
I think I talked about it the last time. You lose. Streaming's great. We have access to everything, but you lose distance from your artist and your music when you're just exclusively streaming on Apple or Spotify. When shows got taken away, it went even further. But now with albums and with everyone touring again, we can get closer to that stuff.
Speaking of tours, man, what's up with all these ticket prices?
Listen,
Oh my God!
They're
I saw
ridiculous.
Kendrick's upcoming tour with SZA. $200 nosebleeds, $600 floor seats, not including the fees.
Or the
Oh,
pit
yeah.
tickets.
I was ready. I'm
And
ready.
then,
Like
you got to drive there, you got to go there, too, on top of all of
I-
that. It's like,
I think I'm a little bit older than most of you. I come from a generation you could go to any show you wanted to go to for under $30.
man,
that's insane.
what's been a favorite show you've gone to for under $30?
Oh, right now I went and saw Slow Pulp at Mahal's. Have you been up to Mahal's in Lakewood? What a cool venue. It's an old bowling alley that they've converted. There's a smaller room, there's a bar, there's a restaurant, bowling alley, and then they have a nice big venue. And I saw Slow Pulp, which was one of my bucket list, like indie, like garage rock bands. And I think those tickets were like $27. So you have to look, and you have to like seek out it. But I remember going to Blossom and going to Lollapalooza, seeing Queens of the Stone Age, Foo Fighters. And I was a freshman in college, so I knew it like maybe $40.
Wow! And you
Like-
saw all those.
That's-
big
Yeah,
bands.
and then that like
$40.
That's like parking fees now.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
literally.
no,
man.
and that's when I see
Low end parking.
And with Instagram culture now, you see younger people, they're always out at shows, always out. And I have these people that come into the store. I'm like, how do you guys afford it? And everyone lives with their parents.
Yeah.
Everybody I don't know. I'm not cut out for like festival weekend life. I'm a little too old for that. But the way it's all set up now, whether you have to spend a whole vacation going to a festival to see the band that you want to see, or you're spending $600 for awful seats.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I sell tickets at the record store for Beachland. There's a couple record stores that you can still buy concert tickets at price, no fees. Like, there's a couple of them still doing it old school. I haven't sold a ton of tickets just because, I mean, it's hard. It's for everybody does everything online and stuff.
Look, if you ever get some Kendrick tickets.
Beachland Ballroom.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Ooh.
That would be insane.
He's doing the Super Bowl too, right?
Yes.
I'm excited.
I know you don't got those tickets.
No. No.
Man.
No.
So, real quick, before we go on break and we get into the records
Yes.
and who you are, where can they follow you at?
Erie Street Vinyl, all one word, on Instagram and TikTok, and I'm on Facebook.
All right. Jeremy.
You can follow me on Facebook at Jeremy Andrew or on Instagram at _JinjaNinja_1.
Chase, what about you, man?
They can follow me on Instagram at Chase_Alexander99.
Why'd you have to look?
Man,
You don't
listen,
know his
just
Instagram?
want to make sure it's right.
You don't know his Instagram?
Because last time everybody was like, "Oh man, you're getting it wrong." Not today.
Well, you know where to follow me at. You know, I don't gotta, say much. You just, I didn't make it sound cocky like that. Just
He's in your stories right now.
right now, I'm gonna make a TikTok right now. No, everything Jean P the MC. Website's being worked on. Follow SWYM Podcast on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe. YouTube.com/Jean P the MC to check out this cool podcast. Sam, you gonna stick around with us for a minute?
Absolutely.
Talk some records.
Yes.
I brought some of my favorites. All
But
right.
you got a
Yeah.
Big Sean out.
I ain't got no Big Sean album in there. No Big Sean slander today, okay?
No, there's always gonna be Big Sean. slander.
Why?
There's reasons for it to be slandered.
Episode 164. We'll be right back. Say what you mean. Peace.
Peace.
Say what you mean what you say.
Episode 164, Say What You Mean podcast. John
One,
P the
two.
MC. Erie Street
Let me talk
Vinyl.
my
Miss
shit again
Samantha
real quick.
Heaton in the house.
Hello.
How you feeling?
I'm great.
Yeah?
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me again.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I told you once we did the audio, that was one of my favorite episodes. And now that we're doing YouTube, we had to have you back.
Yeah, no, I love it. Thank
And
you.
we can show our cool little things. We got some things to share. But, we got to pay some bills first. It's sponsor time here at the Say What You Mean podcast. Shout out to the Hub Art Factory, Tim Carmody, our sponsor. What you think of the space?
This is my first time in here.
First time?
I've never been in the Hub. But honestly, maybe I was.
You might have been in here once, huh? Maybe.
Maybe on a first Friday.
Right, yeah.
A little bit.
A lot of people say they be like, I think I wasn't here.
That was my first experience.
Was it?
Yeah,
Well,
first
yeah,
Friday they had
yeah.
it all opened up.
No, it's wonderful. I think it's great what Tim does here. And yeah, I've known lots of people that, fill this space. It's nice to be in here. Thank you.
Shout out to Tim and shout out to Equity House, Aaron Stukes, and Pristine Steam Wash, and our first official sponsor, Helmet Heads, where flavor is the main priority. Helmet Heads is a cannabis-based brand owned by cannabis cultivator and connoisseur Jamie Randall Jr. Each batch is carefully crafted in the most organic ways possible to ensure a good, smooth, healthy product. No spray terps welcome. It's the baby. Instagram and Facebook, Helmet Heads Exotics. Shout out to my man Jamie holding it down. Always doing something.
Always.
Doing
That's
something.
new.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my
Congrats,
guy,
man.
man.
Cool.
Jamie, I'm happy for Jamie, man. He's gonna turn this thing into something big.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's giving
I'm not
like
going to speak on the Ohio State
He
Michigan
just
bag.
dropped some
yeah.
Michigan pack.
Oh my God, I'm not going to speak on that.
Man.
Big OH.
he pissed a lot
but-
of y'all off.
Man,
But hey, I gotta
be happy
respect
with
it.
that.
I respect the grind though.
Shout out to Jamie, man. That's our sponsor. So, Sam,
Yes.
what's your relationship like with records, like from the beginning? Like from the where are you from? What side of Canton you from?
I was born and raised in Jackson Township.
Okay. Polar bears. All right. All right.
Yeah. No, music has always been a part of my life. I grew up dancing, and both my parents were very much into music, and we had records. I have an older brother and older sister, which gave me a good scope of like 80s and 90s music, and I was just always immersed. But dance has always been there. And when you're a young child listening to music a couple times a week, and then as you age, you're listening to music constantly during the
Constantly.
week. You're just in. And I mean, from classical ballet stuff to jazz stuff to all of that. But then coming home to a dad who loves The Who and a mom. I just dropped my girls off at my mom's before I got here, and she was blaring Mary J's Christmas album.
Wow.
Getting ready to bake cookies. She's always been on the R&B and like soul side of it.
So you had it all.
I had it all, and I'm very fortunate. Yeah, and records have come in and out of my life. I used to steal everybody's in my family and thrash them on my Fish Price
Yeah, all my
record
grandma
player.
some records.
Yeah, and then as I gotten older, record collecting and traveling and going to record shops has always been a part of my life, and I'm so grateful to be able to sell music in the space that I've created.
What was the first vinyl record you remember buying?
Buying. I'm pretty. It was Tragic Kingdom, no doubt. I mean, I was a CD generation, but that album specifically was like, I think I need to have that.
No doubt. Man.
8th grade, man.
Gwen Stefani.
Which she's doing her thing now. But yeah, that was the first album. But the albums that stick out for me, my mom had a Motown box set, and my dad has Who's Last, which is one of the Who's live albums. Those two albums are like, they were always in the collection at home. I've found them, I've sold them. They've always come back to me, and I always enjoy them at the shop. So those two albums are pretty essential for me too.
Okay, Chase, what about you, man? You getting into vinyl? I know you're part of the newer generation.
I mean, and as far as investing, not really, no. But I mean, I've always appreciated it. I've been around it.
Yeah.
A lot of people I know collect records.
Like your parents, they collect some?
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure my stepdad is like cool with them. I know my sisters, like, they collect records.
Yeah.
They like thrift and do all that stuff.
Sure. Jeremy, what about you, man?
The first actual vinyl I bought was a couple years ago, and it was MGK's Tickets to My Downfall album, actually.
Was it a colored vinyl?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, MGK likes
Like the color?
yeah, he likes a little variant flair.
It was, I think it's just his black and white version of the album, I think
Okay.
it was.
I think the first vinyl that I bought was off my grandma.
Oh yeah.
She used to always have I pick with her records, and I didn't really know like a lot of what the songs were.
Sure.
And I was like, Grandma, can I buy some records off of you? And I was like, okay. So the one that I bought from her, I actually have my own, is this one, Dr. Buzzard's original Savannah Band.
What's this sound like?
Okay, so they had this song on there called Sun Shower, and the song was in this movie called Boys in the Hood, and I was like, my grandma has that record. So being able to buy it myself with my own money, I bought that in Seattle.
Oh, John, this is why I love my industry. That story right there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep, and I was like, I'm gonna buy my own, because she had the original version, but
Sure.
I remember
What's the
buying
song?
Sun Shower.
There it is.
Yep. It's a great song. I wish we could play it on a podcast, but we don't want to get sued.
I know. I was like, damn, it'd be so nice to put little snippets of things.
Just
Yeah, man.
message them on
Don't say
Instagram or something.
What'd you say?
Just message them on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, can I play this? They'll be like $20,000. I'm like, yeah, sorry, we don't got that. But so with Erie Street, what is it like being a record owner during the holiday season?
Well, I love it. I've always been kind of into retail, whether it's working or being at the salon or whatever. But that space is fully mine, and I get to curate it and decorate it and have people enjoy their time shopping.
Nice.
Holiday shopping is, it's exhausting. Most time people are pissed off. It's really nice to offer a space where people can actually enjoy themselves while they're shopping. And I'm a small shop. I'm not going to have the selection that everyone hopes but if you dig around, you might find something. I've got gift cards. Like,
Right.
just slow down,
Yeah.
get yourself
I
a
got you.
coffee and slow down and enjoy yourself for a minute. The music's always good in there. So I like giving people that holiday break.
What's that one album that you hate that people ask you about? The one that you get asked about the most? Not hate per se, but it's like, oh, I don't have it. But they just ask you. Is it a Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Is it? I knew it. It's a Taylor Swift album.
Well, they're hard. They're
that hard to find?
It's not that they're hard to find. They're just expensive for smaller shops to carry.
So you have to go to like a franchise, like a Target or Walmart.
And I know people, and I'm just upfront with people. I'm like, you're better off going to Barnes and Noble, Target, you know. And they're like, oh, I want to support small. I'm like, if I understand that, and if you want to support small, get a gift card and do that. But for me to be able to spend the money that within my budget, I could buy 4 Taylor Swift albums. Mm-hmm. Sure, they'd sell, or I could get a dozen really interesting independent artists, something that someone's never heard of, or things that you've seen on Instagram and like, wait a minute, I like that. I like to push people a little bit. And when it comes to used vinyl, I mean, everyone loves the classics, but when you start digging in and you're like, wait a minute, I forgot about this band, so it's definitely a space I want people to slow down and enjoy themselves. You'll find something, but you're not gonna find T-Swifts.
But with these holiday shoppers, you can say all that. They would like, yeah, that's cool, but
yeah.
Do you have the Taylor Swift album?
Like, no.
I told you I didn't have it.
I know. I'm sitting there behind my desk. Like I've fully turned into like a John Cusack movie behind it. Like I didn't know that was for sure gonna happen, but that is legit my vibe right now. But I'm doing my best, and people that get it and that like shopping and always find something, they appreciate what I'm doing in there. So
you have a really great like selection. Like what's your what's like your personal favorite vinyl?
Well, I brought some that like I brought my like 2024. I don't leave home without them because I'm DJing a lot more.
What's your DJ name?
I don't listen. It's just Erie Street Vinyl. I'm a little intimidated by this.
Sounds a little fire. DJ Erie Street Vinyl.
No, it's not.
It's a little long.
It's no. It's just I'm just kind of
just Erie Street Vinyl.
I'm just spinning as Erie Street Vinyl. I'm
should be a symbol like Prince, just a vinyl. Like
I'm working on it. I respect that whole side of this so much. Right now, I just spin records, and it's just...
Hey, look, she's modest about it, and then we go see her. All you hear is... DJ Erie Street.
ESV.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
She's going to be at the next Lost Lands with
right, she got Rolling Loud. That Tame Impala, let's go. And then,
is that Sam with DJ Diesel?
Right. Is that Sam and Lil Yachty up there?
Can you imagine? No, I have a long way to go with all of that. I'm learning more and more every time, but I am enjoying that. But what I brought today is like what I like to sell, what I like to spin, and they're all special.
Let's see what you got.
So I love house music, and I don't care who knows it.
I was bumping Jungle Brothers. Girl, our house shoe, yes.
Listen, so this is Caribou's Honey, and it was...
Ooh.
Listen, right now they're touring. He's a mastermind, buttons and keys and drums, but he's got live drummers with him, and it's just a full-on joyous noise mix. And it's really fun music. It's consumable. It's not too housey, and I like throwing this on when I'm spinning, and then the whole album's really great to listen to.
Can you show that off? Let's see it.
Caribou.
Ooh.
And he had some...
I like that cover.
Covers are huge.
Oh, yeah.
Artwork's huge. He had some early 2000s stuff that was really good, but yeah, it's fun stuff.
Oh.
It's a yellow record.
Fun
Yeah, that is cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
As a record connoisseur, that's gotta be like one of my favorite things. Is like when you get the record and the presentation's on point. I'm talking like the booklets. Some are so good you won't even open. Like I haven't even opened this.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So some people, when they buy records from you, they're not just buying them to listen, but some are buying them just to collect.
Right.
You know, like
Oh.
I got this De La Soul. You know, you gotta have that.
That's-
in the collection.
Why was I just thinking about that? I thought I saw the colors.
Well, that was such a joyous re-release because
It
for
was.
so long their music was locked in and there was no represses or anything. And when we finally got
That was a great day.
that, seriously, I think there were so many people that were so
Yeah.
excited to finally listen and consume them again.
Little Ronnie Laws, Friends and Strangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some Ronnie Laws in the bins.
Yeah, I see it. Right. I got, and this is my special one. This is Jay Electronica's album, A Written Testimony, and like 9 of the songs have Jay-Z on them. And my friend Brandon, shout out my homie Brandon Schneider, B. Schneider, he got me that for my
Schneider.
birthday.
That's beautiful.
Shouts out Brandon.
And then if you touch the back of it, it's got like the lettering and all of that. Like,
Wow.
yeah. That's what I like about vinyl too.
What's that sound like?
A Written Test. This is great.
Well, send it to me.
I will. This is dope, man. You gotta get you some records, Chase.
I know,
It's like
man.
holding art, right?
It is investment though. You're
Yeah.
right.
For
And
sure.
if you're mobile, like if you're not situated, moving your shit around, like it's a whole
Oh man,
thing.
I should have brought my friend Brandon. Shout out to Brandon. Both sides of the mic. That was the first podcast I did.
Okay.
Brandon, like he buys. I think when we had the group chat conversation, he said he bought a Rihanna box set and he paid like $1,000 for it.
I remember the first time I met him, whenever I helped you guys set up for
He
the
had
Freestyle Friday.
crates.
The whole crates, yeah, we had to bring, oh my God.
Brandon's collecting them and like
Those things were heavy.
they are an investment.
For sure.
It's an investment and it is. You're I mean,
Yeah, he was so proud of every single one that he had.
I mean, in a way, you are though. Like, especially if you keep them in like good condition. If you know the value behind them, there are expensive. Are there expensive records out there, like value wise?
yeah, yes, there are. I think with new stuff, with box sets, with all the variants that they do now,
yeah.
you're already putting a price point on those. But as for used vinyl and original pressings, things have been repressed so much.
But you'll find some gems in a dollar bin too.
You can find some
Yep.
really solid stuff.
can.
Yeah, I'm very conscious when I price used vinyl because it is subjective, but you want things to move. You don't
You
want to
do.
put top tier on it. You want people to enjoy and find things and be able to afford things. But yeah, I mean, I have some interesting, like I have some old early represses of like Led Zeppelin, some cool Beatles presses from the 70s. Like there's some cool things that collectors seek out. I'm not going to put a cheap price tag on them because I do know that they're rare and if they're in good shape. But yeah, I for me as a listener though, I've opened all of my albums.
For real?
Oh.
You don't have any records that you haven't opened.
I've opened all of them.
Don't tempt me.
No, you don't. No,
I can't.
no.
I just the way I don't know. Like I just. Well, this one is open on the side, but like for example, okay, like this, like the daylight and
Yeah.
the. I just can't open them.
Now I would see, and I understand that, and I respect that. But if you can find another copy of things,
Yeah.
like that De La Soul, you can find another copy of those.
Yeah, 'cause
now.
this is like a repress.
Yeah. So enjoy it, But if you want to keep that one, find one on sale somewhere or whatever. But yeah, no, I
You
care.
open all yours.
I pop that cellophane open so quick. I love that. But yeah.
What else you got in there?
Okay, so this is my favorite album of 2024. This is Peter Cat Recording Company.
Ooh.
So I got hip to them about a decade ago. They have a couple other albums. Their music is just super lush. It's Indian influenced, psychedelic, beautiful stuff. But they were opening up for Krungbin this summer out west.
Were they?
Yes. And when I saw their name, I was like, wait a minute, they're resurfacing. And then I saw that they had a new album come out. So if you can imagine Krungbin had a huge tour this year, but they had different openers.
And they were in Cleveland.
And they were in
I missed
Cleveland. There was one out in Oregon that I wanted to go to because they were, Peter Cat was recording
I feel like that would be an experience, like going to a concert like that in Oregon.
Yeah.
In a band like
Let's
that.
go.
For sure.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Somebody in that crowd is on ayahuasca for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
80% of them probably are.
What'd you say?
80%.
80%?
Probably are.
It's just that type of music. Like, you don't have to be on something to enjoy Krungman, but like,
But if you're in Oregon.
and you're in Oregon, it's a high probability. Somebody out there is just.
It definitely enhances the experience.
But this album, this beta, I actually just sold out of it yesterday at the shop because I've been pushing it. His vocal work, very traditional Indian. You know, their notes are different. They carry different way. There's traditional instruments. There's mixing. There's horns. It's one of those bands you can tell there's a lot of members to.
Big band.
Oh, yeah. Big sound and just beautiful messages throughout, too. I'm not huge with lyrics. I'm a drum and bass person, but for some reason I can really understand everything he says, and it's beautiful stuff. So, yeah, this is my favorite album of the year.
That's what's up.
Yeah, Peter Cat Recording Company.
I like that presentation.
Oh, again, albums, like, you can just dig so much more into it all.
I see you got that banger up under that one.
Listen, another top
Yes.
2024.
Yes. K Tronada. Shout out to K Tronada.
Listen, I keep saying listen.
That song with Don Tolliver,
Every single one of them.
banger. You got Don Tolliver on there.
Charlotte Day Wilson. So I have all of his albums. I love everything. Bubba, 99.9%.
Yeah, 99.9.
Everything he makes, I listen to. The music that he produces, who he brings in with the tracks, the visuals, just the vibe of it all. I just really enjoy him. And this album is timeless. Like, literally, you hear so much familiar, but then it's still modern. That Childish Gambino track, like, I haven't heard much of his Childish Gambino's last one, but I am obsessed with that witch. Like, I haven't gotten over that. And you can tell that he is global.
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
for sure.
tell.
K Tronada, definitely.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, he understands what U.S. ears, consume. But you can hear Montreal. You can hear Europe. You can hear, he has Asian. Like, it's all in there. And yeah, I really this was my hip hop album of the year.
Shout out K Tronada.
So good. I can't stop listening to it. That Drip Sweat, the first one that they released, Drip Sweat with Chanel Treese.
Let me see that.
Just, yeah.
Look at this.
They weren't really produced.
Thundercat.
I spoiled myself, and I got that shipped over from France.
You got this?
Yeah, and I opened that.
Opened it?
I opened that bitch up, and I put the poster up in my shop.
Man,
I listen to my record.
K Tronada.
I can't, God forbid, I open mine.
No, maybe that's just me. What else you
get a
got?
second
What's
one.
that?
My last one. So, keeping with like my love for independent music,
That is fire.
I do love finding sounds, like whether it's the producer, like K Tronada, whether it's the drummer or the guitarist. When I find a sound I like, if they're in an independent music scene, they're probably in more than one project. So the drummer of this band, this is a French indie rock band called Deware. I just can't stop listening to it. Beautiful cover. Harder stuff. The lead singer's got the most beautiful, almost operatic voice.
It's like the more abstract the cover, the more fire the album. Ain't that crazy? Yeah. You'd be like, what is that? Then you play the album and it's like, oh man, this is good. I like this.
The drummer, I just like the drummer and found another one of his side projects. And yeah, this is my rock album, but it wasn't even, I don't even think it's from this year, but I've just found it. And every time I put it on at the record store, I love it when people engage, like, wait, what is this? Mm-hmm. And I, get to like put my glasses on. Well, it's a French indie band.
It's French indie. And they're like, what's that?
Yeah. But no, that's the beauty of being able to be immersed in my shop and in the industry. I mean, I'm producing, I'm grading used albums, getting things out there, keeping track of what's, popular and getting what I can. But I, as a listener, can dig in so much. And I'm really grateful for that.
How long has your shop been open now?
I opened in October 21. So, yeah.
3 years.
3 years.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. It's not new hours are working. I'm there Thursday through Saturday, 11 to 6. And that's been good. So, working my other job and finding balance there, but the shop's not going anywhere. I have plans for this year, and I have a whole new kind of life to look forward to with the shop. So I'm excited about it.
Good. Any last questions for Sam before we go on the break?
Are there any albums that you personally really want to get into the shop and sell?
GNX, Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, that
You got to get that.
That's going to be expensive.
Yeah, I already know. If Taylor Swift is taxing.
You know what, though? Kendrick, though, I can still get him from smaller distributors. There's still, he does well with record sales because it's not astronomical. I can confidently have any of the Kendrick albums in my store, which is nice.
I'd like to get Section 80.
Which one's that?
That's one of his earlier.
The one before Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah, before his debut album. Those ones.
I'd have to deep dive on those.
Yeah, somebody has it somewhere.
Somebody has
What
it.
about a Christmas record? You have a favorite?
Yes, I love Christmas music. There's some really great modern Christmas music. Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings, their Christmas album is amazing. Kelly Finnegan from Coal Mine Records, Joyful Sounds is solid, modern, fun, and don't sleep on RuPaul's Christmas albums.
Okay.
They're very fun.
Listen, one thing I heard about these Christmas songs, I heard that the biggest Christmas song this year isn't All I Want for Christmas, it's Rocking Around the Christmas Tree.
Brenda Lee.
Yeah, that song
Get it, sister.
finally hit 1 billion streams.
You want to know mine?
What's that?
A Wonderful Christmas Time.
What's that?
By
Paul McCartney.
Oh,
that one's beautiful.
Yeah,
That one's beautiful.
Yeah. I like Wham.
I used to work in a store years ago when I was in high school, and I'm not that long ago, but long enough ago.
Yeah.
And they used to play that all the time. and
Yep.
I never heard that song before, and I'm just like, damn, this is kind of good.
It's beautiful.
Just everything, the
Last Christmas,
melody.
man. Wham.
Yeah.
Jingle Bell Rock is probably my favorite.
Jingle Bell
Oh
Rock.
yeah, that's up there.
Classic.
Yep.
Well, we know Mariah Carey owns December.
She does.
For
So,
sure. That's
the whole month.
top three.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine just waking up or getting a wire? Hey, we sent you another $300,000 because we played your song every day.
How many
So-
stores play that? Someone's got to look that up.
Oh my goodness.
A lot.
I played my first Christmas album yesterday when I opened. It's Luther Vandross, A Funky Christmas.
Classic.
It is.
Yeah.
It is so good. And then, again, looking into the older music, you can find some really, really fun Christmas.
Michael
music.
Jackson's, the Jackson's Christmas album.
Jackson,
Yeah.
yeah,
Classic.
Jackson 5-1. Yeah.
Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas.
Oh yeah, that's
My ears just
Just like pitch change of pitch.
I used to have the you'd squeeze them and it would sing the songs. The little Alvin doll. Yeah, come on. Now.
As you see, we're ready for Christmas on this podcast.
Yeah.
So here's what I want to do. I want to take a break. I want to do a section called Peace, Positive Point, where you say a quote, we all say a quote that means something to us. Talk a little bit more music, and then we'll get out of here.
Sounds good.
All right? Episode 164, Say What You Mean podcast. Jean P, the MC, Erie Street Vinyl, Samantha in the house. Peace.
Peace.
The Browns are losing. What's the score?
7-0. I mean, the Chiefs haven't really scored high this season
what
at
I got
all,
on today? I
so
got
they're
my guy.
probably not going to score that much. even
What
though
a
it's
way to
against the
start
Browns.
off the episode or the break with the Browns losing.
Is it snowing for Jameis?
It's clear down there.
He
right
said,
now.
I have high
just
hopes
wanna
with
thank
James.
the Lord.
He said, Lord, pray for pick sixes. Keep me from pick sixes.
I was at that game and I was very sad because obviously we lost.
Sure, but I saw some of the photos from it and everything. It was that
It was a dark day for
Steelers.
Yeah.
Being there was insane. That was the best weather to be at a game. We were all going through it.
I don't know. I love that the Browns won.
Well, good luck to the Browns.
But then we whooped y'all too.
Thank God for that snow.
Just saying.
Yeah, episode 164 of Say What You Mean podcast. We got Samantha in the house, Samantha Heaton. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you again for having me.
I'm glad you were able to share the records with us, talk music. It's always fun talking music with you.
Yes, always.
Yeah, what you looking forward to as far as new releases or next year or any upcoming music you're anticipating?
Let me think. I'm more focused on seeing live music.
Yeah.
My life's opened up a little bit more, and I'm excited to get to more shows. A lot of local bands that are easy to go see during midweek, immersed in that. When it comes to new music, I just wait for my emails. Like everybody else, you know, you sit on Instagram, you wait for releases. I get these emails every week on who's putting out music, and what I should be paying attention to. Things that get me excited. There's a new album from Squid. They're a kind of an experimental, experimental band out of England. I really, really dig them. So that's, I think, what I'm looking forward to. And, you know, hopefully getting some copies of Kendrick's album too.
Yeah, as much as it
As much as
You
it
got
costs.
to.
Yeah.
Jeremy, what about you? Any upcoming music you're looking forward to? 25?
Nothing that I can think of off the top.
I see your
of my
boy
head.
came home, Rio.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
always hoping for more Rio. So
Yeah,
I hope
that's
he
right.
drops. I hope he drops a couple projects.
Rio
Ghetto
home.
free.
Yeah.
So.
Y'all both are happy about Rio.
Oh yeah.
Oh, big time. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for this, and he's home.
I'm looking forward to like J. Cole's next album.
Okay, yeah.
I'm looking forward to the rumor is that Kendrick's dropping another album.
Yeah, I heard that
Heard
too.
he's dropping another
Yeah.
album. More concerts. I'm looking forward to seeing like Tyler, the Creator, get his shine. That he's finally becoming like a star. You know what I'm saying? I remember him from the Odd
I
Future
think we're
days.
all just catching up with
We're
him.
all just catching up with him.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Like,
I think he's one of those artists that younger people have always been in tune to and understood and enjoyed it. But we're all catching up to him. He's special.
when I discovered him on Tumblr, and my friends were like, "What are you listening to?" He had a song called Tina, and all he said was Tina, permanent fucking weave. Like they were yelling it, and now like the people he was on the show with or doing that song with, one of the guys, Lionel, was on that show, The Bear.
Oh yeah.
And like, you know, Tyler is a mega superstar, you know, and Kendrick. And, I think it was a good year for hip hop.
I think so too.
I think it was a great year.
I think it was too.
I like Big X, The Plugs album. That was a great album.
Oh, yeah.
Kendrick, Schoolboy Q,
ASAP
Schoolboy.
Ferg dropped.
ASAP Ferg, Big Sean dropped an album. Don't give me no Big Sean slander.
ASAP
Nobody
Rocky's dropping in
cares about
2025 sometime.
ASAP Rocky?
Yeah, he's dropping in
2027?
2025.
Oh, 25.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
I'm about to say,
he's
I
gonna
ain't
be
wait 2
dropping
years for
soon.
that.
He's already dropped a couple of singles and stuff. Supposedly they're going to be on it, so I'm looking forward to that.
Doechii.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope she cleans up at the Grammys.
If not, I think she's good. I think like between her, SZA, and I think
Yeah.
the ladies are gonna be just fine going.
Glorilla is just everywhere. I'm not mad at
No,
it
I'm
either.
not either.
I'm not mad at Glorilla. I'm not mad at Cardi B. Doechii is dope. Tyler, Kendrick.
You know what I always tell people? Hit up NPR's Tiny Desk.
Oh yeah, they're the best.
I love that.
If you want a good scope of who's coming, who's going to get fed to you next, or just good music, those performances, whether it's when they dip into the Latin stuff, the hip hop stuff, the rock stuff, that's, to me, I always check on who's on there at the beginning of the week, just because it is a good gauge of good ass music.
25 is gonna be a good year.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
We got music, you know what I'm saying? We got music, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll be releasing my album next year.
Yes.
I didn't release some
Are you
music
doing
this year.
another thing with the symphony too?
I would love to. They want me to do another.
That was great.
Thank you.
No, that was awesome. Between you, seeing you do that, Anya
Shout out to Anya and Van Rose.
working, Buffalo Riders, I got hip with them.
Yep.
They're working hard. I mean, if you dig around, there's people working really hard, and I'm always selling their CDs at the store.
And thank you for the support, because you've been selling some Jéan Peter MC in there too.
Can we talk about the sweet man from Japan?
Can we?
Yes. Well, yeah, because he didn't want the picture, but like that's the
tell us that story.
Yeah. I was at I always have a little section of local CDs. There was 2 dudes that came in just fresh they were golfing up the street. It was a foreign exchange student from Japan that graduated a long time ago. He was visiting his host family. He was so excited that Massillon had a little record store. They had so much fun looking around. And he was like, I like CDs. Do you have local CDs? I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. And I gave him Buffalo Riders, and I gave him Jean P. The Way I See It. And he loves local hip hop, and he travels all around the world.
That's dope.
And grabs it. And I was so excited. And it was special for him because he has a connection to Massillon. But now he's got 2 local CDs from the little shop. And I know if he ever comes back, he's always going to stop at that store. But spreading music that way so organically is just so wonderful.
Thank you for your support, sir. I appreciate you if you're watching this podcast. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
And that goes out to all artists. If you're working hard and if you're producing CDs, I buy CDs.
You always hear that.
At merch tables. If you just have to come to the store, and I will push your product. It's easy. All
you artists out there that's watching the show, if you got some music you want it to be spread, you have someone here who's willing to give us the opportunity to do so, because when you think of record stores, I thought so until Sam was like, hey, I can get this out here. And people have heard my music from her store. So I thank you. I always
like throwing in when I'm DJing too.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's fun to
over the air horn.
I don't have those. I don't have Ouija's buttons. I don't.
Oh yeah, you don't have Ouija's. DJ Erie Street. Nah,
I don't have those buttons yet.
Nah, but y'all know how we give it up on the episode, man. Peace, positive point, where we have our guest said quote. Who wants to kick it off? Jeremy, you want to start it off?
Yeah, I'll go first.
What you got for us?
Mine's built around music. It's called music is the language of emotions.
What's that mean to you?
I mean, it's just very simple. I feel like there's a million songs out there that all represent like different emotions. Like when people make any sort of music, they're always putting their emotions into it. And you could be having a bad day and listen to, some songs that might put you into a better mood. You might be kind of sad, so you listen to a little bit of sad music, to kind of go with the mood a little bit. But
I like that. Can you say that one more time?
Music is the language of emotions.
I like that. Chase, you got a quote for us?
Yeah, I do. Mine is, sometimes it takes only one song to bring back 1,000 memories.
What's that mean to you? I like that.
I mean, it's, it's kind of self-explanatory. Like, I find myself, like, that happening to me a lot, to where I play one song and then it's like I'm, like, teleported back to that time, like, what I was doing. And I think that's what music really is about and why it's so beneficial to...
What's that song that makes you go back?
Man, I can't even pick one off the spot right now.
Really?
My brain moves too fast. There's a lot of them going on. Right
yeah, it's a lot going on. I see what you mean, though. Like, music can definitely be that. Like, it's like a soother. You hear that song, it takes you right back to a certain
and sometimes
time.
You need that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, reminiscing isn't always good because you can, like, dwell on certain things, I guess. But, like, there is a good way to go about it.
Well, it helps you, you want to let emotions wash through you. You want to be conscious of it.
Yeah.
And getting to a point with music and emotions where you can listen to that song, let it wash over you. It's a good meditation, like a good way to handle life in general, really.
I like that. I like that quote, Chase. Thank you. Sam, what you got for us?
All right, I've got a whole lyric.
Let's hear it.
All right. People never change where I live. They just want to see you fall. They just want to see you crawl. I'm an enemy of violence till a bullet in the heart is kindness. Let me be awake or silent. I don't want to be a crowd. I just want to be a cloud. And I want to see it work out.
That was from your rhyme book?
Huh? I wish. Are you kidding me?
Who said that quote?
That's that Peter Cat recording company.
Nice.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff.
Beautiful.
The last time I was on the podcast, I did Modest Mouse Float On.
Yeah.
I'm constantly looking for space to just be. And music and lyrics that click into that I don't want to be a crowd, I just want to be a cloud. Just surfing through life, not letting things get to you and moving forward.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
It's good stuff. Everyone should listen to this song too.
What's the name of the song?
What is it? People Never Change.
I like those words.
Oh, and with his voice, I'm locked in a little bit right now with that album.
And that was your favorite of the year, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But the all the songs are on that kind of wavelength of enlightenment and kind of, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Dope quote, Sam. My quote is, vinyl is the real deal. I've always felt like until you buy the vinyl record, you don't really own the album. And it's not just me or a little pet thing or some kind of retro romantic thing from the past. It is still alive. Jack White.
Oh, Jack White understands.
Yeah.
Whatever your feelings are for him.
That's why I resonated, because Jack White, if anybody knows music, is Jack White. I mean, Q-Tip works with Jack White.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's my guy.
Yes.
You know, and I like that quote because, like, when I hold a vinyl, like when we've been holding these, I feel like I'm holding more than just sound. I'm holding like art, or I'm holding like an heirloom or something, even open or not. You know what I'm saying? Because these are made different than CDs. You know, there's a process with
Energy
them.
into 'em.
Energy. There's certain temperatures you got to maintain them at. Like sometimes I feel like I'm holding a life form or something in a way, because you got to take care of these things, you know. And I think they sound different.
Oh, they do.
So like vinyl is like a different experience, but I think it's dope to. We used to streaming and all that. We're hearing it, but vinyl to me is like holding.
Well, you have to be
music.
conscious of it too. You got to flip it. You got to keep it clean. All that kind of stuff.
Feels like you're holding a master.
You need to do a little field trip up to Gotta Groove up in Cleveland. The record pressing plant. They give tours. Heath works there from Wax Mage.
You write that down right now.
Seriously, they give free tours. I'll hook you up with Heath. It is the most fun experience to watch them press records up there, and they're all
Really?
cool as shit up there.
And that's in Cleveland?
Yeah, they press
Okay.
right up there. They do a lot of coal mine records. It's a beautiful. I mean, they're a busy record pressing plant, but it's small and it's local, and they do really great stuff there. You would have so much fun in there, though. It's really
Don't
cool.
tell me that.
No, I'm serious.
'Cause
I'll make that happen. Heath is so wonderful, and he does all the cool variants and stuff like that. But just to tour the facility and see the machines work and quality control and everything,
Gotta Groove, Cleveland.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good little field trip.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a dope recommendation. Might have to check that out.
They might be able to make you a big Sean vinyl.
Hey,
They might.
I thought about that song that you just asked me about.
What?
Palm Trees, Flatbush Zombies. That would probably.
Oh yeah, I love Flatbush Zombies.
for sure.
Shout out to
That
Flatbush
just takes me
Zombies.
back to a good place and time.
That Flatbush sound to them, man. I like that. Any last shout outs from y'all before we get out of here? Jeremy, got any shout out?
Just shout out you guys, the pod, Sam, for coming back on.
Thank you, Sam.
I just want to shout out to Rio. The whole fucking ghetto is free. City boys,
He's so
be
happy
up.
he came home. He going to the concert?
Oh, dude, when he announces it, I'm buying pit tickets, even if there's.
I was just asking you about
it's
that.
the 11th of January.
What?
His Welcome Home concert's the 11th of January.
Where at?
In Detroit.
Oh, we're going.
We're going. Yeah, I was gonna say, let's go.
I'm buying my ticket tonight.
Let's go. Run it.
Chase, you got any shout outs, man?
Shouts out to you guys. You know, the pod. My guy behind the camera.
Shout out to Dakota, man.
Shout out to Dakota.
Sam, you got any shout outs?
No, I'm just grateful you guys asked me to come
Of
on again and
course.
talk. I'm always down for nerding out about music.
Always.
Always.
I love talking music. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yep, thank you.
Shout out to you. Shout out to Erie Street Vinyl. 3 years strong.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guys. Shout out to Weez and Zach, Jeremy, Chase. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dakota. 164 episodes. You're 164
many
You
more
guys,
episodes.
you guys are hardworking. I admire
Thank
it
you.
big time. Big time.
Thank you. I'm just glad that we can share people's stories and, put out a great quality podcast. And shout out to the team. We're growing. We got one more episode, and that'll be our 165th episode for the year.
That's
We'll
wild.
be going right into
Get it.
the next year.
Get it.
Yeah, big things coming.
Big things coming, man. New cameras. We trying to upgrade, do some things, so we thank y'all so much for watching the podcast, subscribing, Instagram, all of that, man. We really, really, really appreciate it. We're glad that my guys can go out and people, we heard you on the podcast, so I'm glad that y'all are getting love too. We appreciate it. Please support Erie Street Vinyl.
Come shop at my store Thursday through Saturday, 11 to 6. And always look out for me. I spin at Paradigm Shift every second Saturday. And then I'm up at Bad Medicine up in Cleveland next month.
Nice.
Hi.
Let's go.
Hey.
You gonna get the air horn?
No, John. I'm real low key. I play really cool dinner music and drinking music. I'm.
Can you imagine running back like some of the soft music you play like peacefully?
I'm gonna get there. I just don't have any goddamn time to practice
They be
anything.
like, did she
I got
just
three
run?
kids.
She just
I got
run
three
back
kids.
Tame Impala 3 times.
One day, I promise you, I'm gonna learn how to do it all. But
Air horns over Coldplay.
I got homework. I gotta find some time to practice.
They were like, and it was all yellow. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. DJ Erie Street. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing with y'all. This is Jéan, Peter MC. We'll see y'all on the next episode. Say what you mean. Peace.
Peace.
Say what you mean what you say. I'm from the 3-3, yo.